Alright kids, I'm sorry, but you're getting another silly shop update instead of a proper video. Although, I think this one will be fun, because this is really... This kind of thing gets me excited. Alright, so here's the deal. I went and I did a little used purchase today for cash. So I got this guitar here, which, if I'm honest, I don't even know what the name of this is. Is this like a Pawnshop special? I think that's what this is. I'm going to call that Mystery Squier guitar. It's really cool. I'll show it to you downstairs in a bit better light in a second here, but I just wanted to have all this stuff together to show you real quick. Anyway, so it came with this amplifier, which is turns out to be some sort of special edition of this pretty ubiquitous MG15 series of amp. I've actually had a couple of these in the past, so I know what they sound like. I can't imagine this special edition series is going to sound any different. Looks to me like it's just got silver Tolex, because that's what it's called. It even came with the box, which is kind of funny. So this, I think, judging from what's missing there, I think that's probably just like a classic Vibes or vintage modified would have that sort of sticker. I think that's what it is. Anyway, I really liked, I don't know what series this is, but I did not pay much for this package at all. This whole works was listed for, I know what this amp is worth. So to me, this was a good deal. even paying what the girl was asking. So this is a university student, and she was asking $200 for the works or best offer. Now, I didn't really want this amplifier, if I'm honest, but I thought, well, if you're going to force me to buy both of them, I'm going to give you a pretty cheeky little bid here on the whole works. So I said to her, well, listen, I only really want the guitar, but if you're going to force me to buy both, I'll give you $160 for the works. Because it comes with this nice little case, the amplifier, which is obviously hardly been used, it has a box, so I know what that's worth. I know that that amp's got to be worth at minimum $75 used. So that puts her at valuing the guitar, I would say, at $125, which I don't think is unreasonable, given what it is. Because I think I've seen these, and I think they're about $229 brand new. I can't remember. I'll have to do a bit more investigation, but I just got this thing home maybe an hour ago. Anyway, so yeah, so let's go get a look at this thing, and I'll show you why I'm filming it. Alright, so just here's a cheeky little surprise in the middle of this video. This thing's coming along pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with this. I got a few little surprises in store with this one here. This is one of those Squier Strats. I've redone the headstock on it. I'm fixing to put the tuners back on it. But yeah, this one's coming out pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with the way this one's coming out. I got a cheeky little surprise in store for that one. And it's not the aesthetics. Anyway, let's have a look at this one. This is cool. Yeah, so I went and I looked at this thing. Now, there's a couple of reasons I want to make this video. So you guys all know how I struggle with lighting in here, right? I struggle with lighting, which sucks the big caca-poopy, right? Lighting in my videos always blows. But, check it, bitches. Daddy got a nice upgrade. Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, buddy. Oh, yeah, I did. Look at that. Eh? Look at that. Tell me that is not way better. Way better lit now. Eh? Pretty pleased about that. Anyway. So it's funny, but I actually took this with me to check this guitar out to make sure that the neck wasn't twisted. And it's, from what I can tell, it's not twisted, but it's quite bowed. It's got quite a back bow in it. Or sorry, forward bow. It's got quite a forward bow in it, but the bow seems to be coming up on either side evenly. So it doesn't indicate to me that the neck is twisted. It looks to me like it's bowed pretty evenly across. So I've checked it in the middle and then on either end. Yeah, and it looks like it's bowed pretty evenly. Alright, so let me see if I can attempt to show you how bowed the neck is. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that. There's a significant gap there. So I'll try to find some better ways to film that. Perfect. So incidentally, most Squiers are 4mm for the truss rod adjustment. This is indeed 4mm. So now I'm going to go ahead and it's going to be hard to film the way I actually want to do this. So you're just going to watch me do this the way I actually would do this. Perfect. That's what I want. I'm going to go ahead and give this just a touch of lube. The ball and hex adjustment Allen keys are nice. I can see why Dave suggests them. Alright, so I'm going to stop because this is oftentimes why I don't end up shooting videos for stuff that I'm doing. But this is a cool little guitar. It's got a really thin little body in the shape of a Strat. It's really thin. It's pretty cool, man. But it's got all the belly cut and everything like that. I think these are called Pawnshop specials. I haven't even looked this thing up. I should, I guess, but what are you hitting there? Anyway, I'm beginning right away to have some ideas about what I need to do to this guitar pretty well immediately. Because this is a maple neck, it doesn't look like it's got a lot of finish on it, but it does. It has some finish on it. So I think I'm going to rough this up and give this more of a, this whole thing, the whole neck, the whole front side of the neck is coming off. So this neck is going to come off the body, I think. I'm going to clean all that up. That's all getting lacquered. Look at these. Every one loose. Every single one loose. Like, so loose that I can just go ahead and pull them all off. Because I happen to have Fender branded replacements that I can just actually pop onto this thing. And I think that's what I'm going to do. So since I'm going to lacquer the neck, and you know I'm going to put a new logo on there. A new logo on there. Yeah, that's cool, man. I dig it. So anyway, I'm fixing to take the neck off here, and I was just got my hand screwdriver out here, and I'm like, why am I doing this by hand? I just got me a new set of little shop drills here that I could use to take this stuff apart. So why don't I do that instead? Yeah, buddy. Okay, that's it. Next, free of the body. But look at that. Look at that. Alright. So, April 05. Stamped in the pocket and on the neck. These bolts should just nicely pass through the body. They shouldn't be screwing to the body itself. They should just poke through the body nicely. Anyway, I'll work that out later. Okay, so the neck I've pretty well decided is definitely totally gonna get rubbed down and lacquered. Yeah, it's got a nice looking neck, I think. Straightened out pretty well. I gotta do a little bit more straightening to it before I start checking the frets, but these frets look like they're in superb shape. They're not dinged in any way, so I have to reckon that since 2005 this has been being sat unplayed. So yeah, so this is a 10-year-old guitar. Crazy, eh? 10 years old already this. It's probably not been played much at all. So I'm curious what this is if it's 10 years old. Is it vintage modified, or like what line is this even? I don't even know. Don't care. Just thought it was cool and it was super cheap, and the whole thing ended up costing me 120 bucks. But anyway, I noticed, I know that there's been lack of proper videos lately, but I'll tell you what, I'm not feeling well in an adult man way. Any of you dudes over 40 who know what I'm talking about, it's been a bit hard for me to sit down the last few days, so I'm taking some medication. Hopefully that'll be all cleared up anyway. That's why I lack of proper videos. But I am kind of I was hoping to put a proper video together. But anyway, here's something else I need help with, guys. I found some more wood, and at first I thought this was teak, and then I thought it was cedar, and now I don't know what this is. But I found some more wood, and it is actually hardwood. It's really dense. It's super hard to cut. It's way harder to cut than that this birch was. And even though I think this birch is pretty stable, like I don't think that's going to snap or anything like that, this is going to be way more solid. So you can see there, I was able to make that way thinner. Way, 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 way thinner. That's closer to what like a proper sort of thick regular pick would be. And I've managed to get that nice little bevel on it. So this is like, it's whisper thin here in between where your thumb and your forefinger sit. It's like that's whisper thin in between there. It's hard to show. I haven't put any finish or anything on it, but it's really nice. And I've done a little road test, but yeah, I managed to get that really quite thin. And I played with it for about an hour last night and plays pretty well. Seems pretty stable, but yeah, I'm curious. What is this? Is this cedar? Will, if you're watching this, is this cedar or like, what is this? Because I got tons of this. I got a table that I was going to put back together, this big octagon table, and it's just not worth it. I just don't care. I got the chairs from the table also, these things. I got 4 of those that are all in good shape, and I intend to refinish those at some point because I'm also a woodworking guy, but yeah, the table is not worth to me saving. I don't really care. I'd way rather get this sort of use out of the table, make cool little stuff out of it. And if I'm going to do an outdoor patio table, I'll do something cooler than that table. But yeah, if you know what that is, I'd love to know. Anyway, guys, so there are a few of you who I've promised these. There are a few of you who I've promised these picks to. I'm getting a few more made, but I've been held up. I've been held up with some old man problems, which has made it a bit hard to sit down the last few days. Anyway, yeah, so check that thing out. It's cool, eh? It's got a nice kind of cool thin body, and the fact that I ended up only paying about 120 bucks for the whole thing. Now I know I've said 160, but I'm saying 120 now because I forgot to tell everyone I got $40 free from the Postal Service here in Canada, which doesn't cover anything that they broke of mine that I paid for. That was just, here's 40 bucks because we held your package for so long. So that to me was free money. So I applied that to this guitar, so it to me means that this guitar ended up costing me, even though I paid $160 cash for it and its amplifier, which came with that box, so it even came in a box. So I reckon all this is about 10 years old, because that series, they don't even make this series anymore, this MG series. It's a different series of letters. It's so the same amp, but it's a different set of letters that they use to describe it. But anyway, yeah, I'm super jazzed up about this. This thing's cool. I'm curious to see what these pickups sound like. I mean, I know I could always throw something totally different in here, but I'm hopeful this doesn't sound like utter poo. And this, well, whatever. Squier pickup's a Squier pickup. I know what that'll sound like. But this was cool. I didn't even know it did this. This is a rotary switch for the pickups. So no tone control, just a volume control. That's awesome. And a little rotary switch for the pickups. So I haven't even played this thing yet. And I've already got it all apart. But yeah, that's just kind of today's adventure, and I don't know how much further I'm going to get on that today, because, like I said, it's sitting in a chair like that for much more than about 10 minutes is not really appealing to me. Oh, by the way, speaking of chairs, I guess this is such a hodgepodge of a video now. Check out what I got used for 15 bucks on Kijiji here locally. These are IKEA chairs. I got 2 of them for 15 bucks. I've been looking for a good guitar playing chair for ages, and I got 2 for 15 bucks. And they're totally stable. There's nothing wrong with them. The fabric's like brand new. These people say they didn't even use them, and I believe it because it all looks brand new. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, I've had a run of good luck with used crap lately. Holy crap.